Hi, I'm Zafel Beeblebrox and I'm the British Tech Guru. I've been working on the solar-powered air compressor, and today I had the best ever results. Running off, I believe, 90 watts. This requires about 60 watts, but given that the sun gets obscured by clouds a little bit, I'd say probably needs 100 watts. Anyway, that runs perfectly adequately off 100 watt off the 90 watts given the cloudy conditions. But because it was getting slower and slower and slower, that's going slow, fast, slow, fast, so flat, slow, fast, that was not probably too kind on the motor. I'm thinking about various different things of doing, various different routes, and I realized that the best thing is when the power level gets too low, is rather than fiddling and faddling about, just to cut the power off when it's too low and power it up when the power is high. And I was thinking about that. I was thinking, well, I could use a current sensor and a Raspberry Pi Pico. And then of course I realized that the current sensors on the Raspberry Pi Pico, I am having difficulty getting them to work. I'm not sure why that is, but there seem to be certain things on the Pi Pico that work well for me and certain things that just do not. I can't explain that because I use exactly the same stuff that other people use. Some things work well, some things do not work at all. The analog digital converter that's built in does not work at all for me. So I'm going to have to try a different route there. But what I shall do with this pump next, a long time ago I had this, and as you can see it's got some pop rivets in that didn't really pop properly, and that one hasn't broken off, and that one broke off without popping. I'll get those off, screw this box together. I'm not quite sure what the one switch does, I know what the other one does, but this is a current controller, and it switches off when the current is too low and switches on when it's high enough. So that is quite useful. I could use that in combination with the air pump and 100 watts of solar power, or even 90 watts of solar power, and we'll have to see where it goes. I don't know whether this pump is strong enough to fill the tank to 120 psi, but it was doing well today until it got too hot and I decided to stop it. And I think it got too hot because it was getting so little power that it was stopping and the coils were overheating. So that told me I needed to put this current limiter, this controller in it. So that's where we're at. I've been experimenting on this all day, and when I say all day, and it's very hot outside still. It's about 90, and I get exhausted in this heat, and I'm from a colder climate. I'm not used to 90 degrees, and even after living here for 10 years, I still find it a bit of a challenge. So the next plan is to use this, and after that, who knows? Maybe this will work, maybe it won't. Because I had another idea, which was to charge up a small supercapacitor array from a single solar panel so that the charge goes in bursts. But I have to work out when the capacitor is full, or as full as needs to be, because that requires the current sensor, which or the voltage sensor, which I'm having issues with, and just might be that I had a bum lot of voltage sensors. It does happen that you get a bum lot of stuff from China. Anyway, so I'll see you again in the next video, and maybe I'll get this working properly, and I'll have a fully solar powered tire pressure tank